Have you ever wondered why some people seem to rise above everything no matter where they start? No matter what obstacles stand in their way while the rest stay stuck watching from the sidelines? Is it intelligence? Luck? Connections? Maybe, but there's something far more powerful at play. One daily habit. One practice that the top 1% commit to like clockwork, while everyone else ignores it or gives up too soon. And no, it's not waking up at 5 a.m. or sipping green juice. This habit is deceptively simple. It's available to everyone. But it's hard because it demands consistency, discomfort, and discipline. It's the daily practice of intentional reflection followed by deliberate action. Not just journaling, not just to-do lists. It's a high-level self-review, a personal audit done every single day, whether it feels good or not. This is the quiet, unglamorous habit that separates those who drift through life from those who drive it. Every night, the top performers in any field take 10 to 30 minutes to do one thing. Look in the mirror, not physically, but mentally. They review their choices, their behaviors, their wins, their mistakes. They ask hard questions. What did I do today that moved me forward? What did I waste time on? Where did I act out of fear instead of purpose? What's one small adjustment I can make tomorrow? Most people don't do this. They're too busy distracting themselves. They finish the day exhausted, open their phone, scroll into oblivion, and tell themselves they'll figure things out eventually. But eventually never comes, because growth doesn't happen by accident. It happens through friction, discomfort, and truth. The 1% choose to face that truth daily. Everyone else avoids it. Think about this. If you did just 1% better every day, tracked it, reviewed it, adjusted it, where would you be a year from now? You wouldn't just be better, you'd be unrecognizable. This habit is what turns average students into top scholars. It's what transforms broke entrepreneurs into millionaires. It's how ordinary people create extraordinary lives, not in one grand gesture, but in 1,000 small, honest moments stacked daily. Let's break this down. At its core, this daily reflection isn't about perfection, it's about awareness. Self-awareness is the foundation of every kind of success. You can't improve what you don't measure. You can't fix what you don't acknowledge. You can grow if you never slow down long enough to understand what's holding you back. The 1% make it a ritual. At the end of each day, they sit down, sometimes with a journal, sometimes just in thought, and run through their internal checklist. What did I commit to today? Did I follow through? Where did I show up with energy and clarity? Where did I hesitate, procrastinate, or self-sabotage? They aren't beating themselves up. They're studying themselves. Like a scientist observing data, not judging it. They gather patterns. They notice trends. Over time, they learn their triggers, their strengths, their blind spots. That level of self-knowledge is a superpower. Compare that to the average person. Most people repeat the same day over and over. They don't stop to examine why they feel drained or distracted. They don't ask why they're stuck in the same cycles. So nothing changes. It's not because they're lazy, but because they're unaware. Now here's where the magic happens. Reflection alone is not enough. What sets the 1% apart is what they do with the information. They turn reflection into action. If they notice they wasted an hour doom scrolling, they delete the app. If they realize they snapped at someone out of stress, they address it and fix their sleep schedule. If they skipped their workout, they schedule tomorrow's in ink, not pencil. They treat themselves like a high-performance machine. Feedback, adjustment, constant recalibration. It's like a pilot correcting course mid-flight. A degree off might not matter today, but left unchecked, it could land them in the wrong country. That's the difference. The rest of the world coasts. The top 1% course correct daily. And no, this habit isn't glamorous. You won't see it on Instagram. You won't get applause for doing it. It happens in silence, behind closed doors, when no one's watching. But it's in that silence that power is built. Let's take a real-world example. You ever heard of Ray Dalio? Billionaire investor, founder of Bridgewater Associates. In his book Principles, he talks about radical transparency and rigorous self-examination. Every mistake in his company becomes a case study. Every decision gets reviewed, not to blame, but to learn. His entire fortune was built on this habit: reflect, analyze, improve. Same goes for athletes. Kobe Bryant, for example, was obsessive about watching game footage. Not just the good plays, especially the bad ones. He wanted to see what he missed, where he hesitated, how he could adjust. That's not talent. That's discipline. That's reflection in action. Now you might say, I'm not an investor or a professional athlete. Doesn't matter. This habit is scalable. You can start with 5 minutes a night. Ask yourself 3 questions. What did I do well today? What could I have done better? What will I change tomorrow? That's it. Simple, but powerful. If you answer honestly, you'll start seeing patterns. You'll realize you waste the first hour of your day reacting to notifications. You'll notice how one missed workout leads to 3 days off track. You'll catch how one limiting belief keeps you from taking action. Most importantly, you'll start reclaiming control. Because here's the truth most people avoid. Your life is a reflection of your daily habits, not your dreams, not your intentions. Your habits. The 1% don't wait for life to teach them lessons. They teach themselves by reflecting every day, learning faster, and acting with purpose. This habit isn't exciting. It's not flashy, but it works. Quietly, consistently. Over time, it transforms people. If you start this today, your life won't look dramatically different tomorrow or next week. But give it a month, and you'll notice sharper clarity. Fewer wasted days, more progress. In 6 months, you'll have built momentum. You'll know yourself better than ever. So in a year, you won't recognize the person you were, because you'll have turned your life into a feedback loop. A cycle of growth, a process of intentional living. While everyone else is stuck on autopilot, reacting to life, you'll be designing yours deliberately. So, if you want to separate yourself from the 99%, don't look for hacks. Don't chase shortcuts. Start with one quiet commitment. End each day with truth. Ask the hard questions. Answer honestly. Adjust without excuse. Do that long enough, and you won't need to chase success anymore. It will be chasing you. It's the habit. That's the edge. That's the difference. Now ask yourself, what did you do today that moved you closer to who you want to become? If the answer is not much, that's okay. Tomorrow is waiting, but don't waste it. Start tonight. Reflect. Adjust. Win the day. Because that's what the 1% do, whether anyone's watching or not.